Hello and welcome to the Bassmaster Fishing 2022 Lay of the Lake Q&A. I'm Benjamin Simons, Community Manager here at Dovetail Games, and I am joined today by Ben Gunstone, Executive Producer, and Des O'Connor, Studio Producer. In this video, we hope to shed some light on all things Bassmaster Fishing 2022 and give you an exclusive look at gameplay and features from the game. So sit back and relax while we take a deep dive into the game, its development, and what to expect from Bassmaster Fishing 2022. Hi Ben and Des, let's get started with an easy one. Ben, what is Bassmaster Fishing 2022?
Hi Ben, thanks for that. So Bassmaster Fishing 2022 is the official game of bass. It is going to be the biggest and most authentic bass fishing game we've ever made and maybe ever made. You can experience the thrill of rising up through the career mode, so you can start really at grassroots level from a college series, all the way through to the Bassmaster Elite as a pro, and then actually competing in the classic as well. We've got a fantastic multiplayer experience as well with cross-platform, and we've got our own take on a Royale type mode called Bassmaster Royale, which is fantastic. We've also got a bunch of pros in there as well, which is fantastic, and lots of different real life venues that are based entirely on the venues where the Bassmaster Fishing Elite Series happens.
Amazing. I mean, I know that a couple of things you've mentioned there are particularly exciting for us. One being cross-platform is huge, and an actual Bassmaster Royale mode, you know, the hugely popular world of battle royales is coming to fishing, and that's pretty exciting. So Des, can you explain what the Bassmaster Classic actually is?
Yeah, sure. So the Bassmaster Classic is literally the biggest sport fishing event on the yearly calendar. Which is why they refer to it as the Super Bowl of bass fishing. It's got the largest prize money available for anglers anywhere in the world, and it is the most watched fishing event in the world. It's where all pro bass anglers want to be, and it's the very best experience to sort of get there and enjoy that, and obviously try and win it.
So yeah, speaking about pro anglers, then who are some of our pro anglers that we've got in the game?
So we've got a fantastic team of pro anglers in the game. As Ben mentions, we've got Scott Martin, we've got Hank Cherry, the double classic winner. We've got Carl Jacobson, we've got John Cruz, we've got Takumi Ito, we've got Buddy Gross, we've got Stetson Blaylock, we've got Skylar Hamilton. So there's lots of different characters for you to either choose to fish as or fish against in our career mode. So lots for the players to get involved with and have fun with.
Could you speak a little bit how we actually go about creating this most authentic bass fishing experience? Like, where do you guys start? Like, what's the process?
For Bassmaster 2022, we've got to do a lot of research. It's both research about the game experience and how we want it to be, how our players want to experience the game. We also need to make sure that we're doing research into how the events are run, what the sort of locations we're going to, what do we want to have. We've chosen the venue. Now we've got to make sure that we're choosing the right area of that venue, and what sort of things we're showing by the side of the lakes. There's a whole bunch of brand partners that we work with, again, which helps to reinforce the authenticity of the game. But then we've actually got to go through, like, okay, so what boat manufacturers do we want to work with? Who are the people that are making the rods and the reels and the lures and the equipment that we want to have in the game? Then drawing that all in together to create a full rounded experience that lends itself to the authenticity of bass fishing, and particularly around the Elite series and the Classic, but also making sure that it's a fun gameplay experience at the same time.
All right, so we want to talk about some of your favorite features in Bassmaster Fishing 2022. Starting with you, Ben, what are some of your favorite things coming to the game?
Yeah, great question, because there are some fantastic new features that we're putting into this game. I mean, I love I love that we've got an underwater camera in there, so you can see how your lure is behaving in the water, and you can see how the fish are reacting to your lure. I also love that we've put it onto a toggle so that you can toggle backwards and forwards at the same time, so you don't have to see that if you don't want to. Because I also know a lot of our anglers will not want to see actually what's going on underwater as well. So you can turn it off, but I personally I really like it. I love the fact that we have a dynamic time of day in the game as well. So, just to get, it's one of those things that just really reinforces that you're going for a day fishing
Yeah.
on the lake. As an angler myself, invariably it involves an early start, and when you boot the game up and you can, right, I'm going to be on. I make sure that I'm on the lake by 7 a.m. and the water color and the sky color reflects that and then changes over the course of time while I'm fishing. Really helps to reinforce that to me.
Mm.
And then, of course, there's Bassmaster Royale. I mean, the multiplayer side of that is fantastic fun. I love the way that I can be an angler on the water, and I can be enjoying the fishing. Yet I have a gameplay experience that is adding intensity to that. Where particularly when you're just below the cut line, and you've just got to catch yourself another fish. I was playing last night, and I actually, within the last 30 seconds of the cut line, I pulled in a fish that pulled me above the cut line,
Mm.
and it was just a fantastic experience. I really enjoyed it,
Yeah.
and I really, really can't wait for all the other players to be able to witness that as well.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that mode because it's got that draw to make you want to do better when you've been beaten at the last minute by someone. You want to go back like, well, that's not happening to me again. I need to win this. What about you, Des? What are your features you're looking forward to?
So the new fish AI system is a massive thing for me. It's there's the gameplay in finding the fish and like locating where those fish are at different times of day, being able to save those markers, those waypoints to your GPS system in the game. Is a massive feature, and it really helps. Like you say there, Ben, with the Bassmaster Royale mode. Like, it really pays to know your spots and know where to be able to go to hunt for those bigger fish. So that's really important for me. Also the advances we made in the fishing mechanics. So we've got new types of rigs in there now. We've got Carolina rigs, we've got Ned rigs, we've got jig heads, we've got drop shotting, so as well as obviously all the crankbaits and spoons. So yeah, the fishing experience has gone up a notch.
So, Des, what has the response been like from the bass fishing community so far?
Oh, it's been fantastic actually. It's been amazing to see sort of how many people are excited by the title, and then getting their hands on it with the closed alpha. So yeah, it's like, I think we've had people that have said they don't really game anymore, but the idea of this and the concept that we're bringing to them with this fishing title is sort of bringing them back into gaming, and they're buying consoles and really looking forward to our release. So yeah, it's great. It's gonna join the different platforms together, and it's going to get people gaming again and able to enjoy the sport of fishing, even when it's chucking it down with rain, or it's the closed season, or it's or you've got the kids downstairs and you can't get out, and like real life is sort of stopping you from getting out on the water like you would ideally want to be. So yeah, we're kind of giving them that fishing experience in their living room.
So, Ben, obviously the release date is coming up pretty fast now, and the question on people's minds will be, what are the future plans for the game post-launch?
Yeah, great question. What I'm really excited about, I think, is that we're going to be supporting the game fully post-launch, and that's going to be by we'll be providing new content. There'll be DLC that'll be available that's linked to equipment, boats, anglers, venues, all the sorts of things to add extra content within the game as well. But on the other side of that as well is actually supporting the game from a code perspective to be able to enhance features. deal with quality of life stuff. Really, really important that we listen to our community and listen and understand what they think is important and how to build that into our roadmap so that we can actually make changes and support the community as we proceed. We're working on a roadmap now. We've got a bunch of ideas. One of the big things that we'll be getting in post-launch is the ability to add beards. I mean, who doesn't want a beard to add to their angler? So that's really exciting. But obviously, then there's lots of different. We want to make sure there's lots of different clothing, cosmetic items as well. It's again particularly important when you go fishing in the multiplayer that you're able to express how you want to look as an individual on the lake, which should be different from everyone else.
So the big question is then, when can people start playing the game?
Great question. October 28th is our launch day. So we're going to be out then. You can actually pre-order the game now, though. There's a digital version, a standard edition, and there's also a deluxe edition of the game we're doing now. So you can go and get all excited and pre-order right now, ready for the 28th of October.
So speaking of standard versus deluxe editions of the game, what content will you get that's different if you do pre-order the deluxe edition of the game versus the standard?
So the deluxe edition will give you a little bit of a head start in some of the equipment. You'll get some rods, reels, some lures. You get a top-end boat from Blazer Boats with exclusive boat wraps for that. There's exclusive clothing for deluxe edition customers, and there is also the additional deluxe mastery system that rewards you for using that stuff that comes in the deluxe edition. You can get even more clothing and boat wraps that you can be able to show off in the multiplayer. So yeah, lots for our deluxe edition players.
Amazing. Well, look, I'm sure you both agree. We can't wait for Bassmaster Fishing 2022 to be out in the world and for players to start their journeys towards lifting that Bassmaster Classic trophy on October 28th. Ben and Des, I want to thank you so much for taking some time out to speak to me today, and we look forward to seeing you on the lake.
See you on the lake.
It's been a pleasure, Ben. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, guys. See you later.
Yeah.